Everyone has been so friendly to me. Everyone wants to talk to me. Everyone's been giving me advice about my trip and just genuinely being so helpful.
We were literally just walking Venice Beach and Joe sneezes and some guy comes up and he's like, oh, bless you. And she said like, oh my God, I love your shirt. And I turned around and quickly said, thank you.
When it's early morning and you run into someone like random, they say good morning.
I think that's one of Americans' best qualities, is being friendly.
Everyone is so nice in the Midwest. It's just everyone is so polite. But it's kind of like a politeness I can't explain. It's lovely.
You know something so cool about Americans is that they'll smile at you for no reason. Like you'll be walking like this and they'll come and say, hey, how's your day going?
Because in the UK, like if you go for a walk down the street, no one waves at you. Like people just want to look you up and down, don't want to fight. Here, people are waving at me, being so nice and polite.
The amount of hospitality and kindness and care and pride Americans hold is truly like no other country I've been to.
You go.
What's going on, everybody? I appreciate you guys pulling up today. We got to check out this video of this young lady who obviously is a part of the 92% who has traveled abroad. And this is something that I've been saying for quite some time. Travel abroad. Go and see the world so you can have a greater appreciation for how great the country that you're from is. Because most people have never left within about a 10-mile radius of where they grew up at. Most people live within a 10-mile radius of where they grew up at. Most people hadn't actually traveled outside the state that they were born in. That's just the fact. And they complain and they're, toddlers about, oh my gosh, I can't stand America. This, that, the third. You've seen nothing. We are 4% of the world's population right here in America. 96% of the people around the globe would love to come here because we have it so great. And what exposed it this past summer with the World Cup and so many people from so many places around the country, from the continent of Africa, from South America, from Europe, from Asia, they've all made videos about how great this place is, the food access, how polite the people are, so forth and so on. We have snotty-nosed Americans who are spoiled and coddled, and they feel like they deserve and are owed everything, not understanding that you live in the greatest country ever. I'm not saying perfect. I'm not saying without flaw. It is better than everywhere else. Hit the like button, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Let's get into it. One thing I've been thinking about lately is how people sometimes confuse preparation with fear. And I don't think they're the same thing. Preparing for something doesn't mean you expect the worst. It just means you're being wise. We insure our homes, we insure our cars, we save for retirement, not because we know exactly what's going to happen, but because we know life is unpredictable. And when you look at everything happening around us, the economy, inflation, growing debt, the uncertainty around the world, I think it's reasonable to ask, am I prepared? That's why more people are taking a closer look at physical gold. Some are purchasing gold and silver directly. Others are moving a portion of an IRA or 401k into a gold IRA. And that's one reason I trust Augusta Precious Metals. What I appreciate is that they don't try to pressure you into making a decision. They take the time to explain how it all works, answers your questions, and help you determine whether owning physical gold or using a gold IRA actually makes sense for your situation. Then the decision is yours. And if you'd like to learn more, go to writeforgold.com or text FAITH to 35052, because at the end of the day, being prepared isn't about living in fear. It's about being a good steward of what you've been entrusted with. Now let's get back into the video.
I just seen this comment where they said, nothing will make you love America like traveling through Europe. And it wasn't until my recent trip to Portugal where I now resonate with that. I am the most unpatriotic person you'll ever meet. Don't like this country, and especially with all that's going on with the world and the things that this country perpetuates. And I have always been like, I can't wait to leave America. Like, America sucks. It's so shitty. But admittedly, the 3 times I've been to Europe, I couldn't wait to come back to the things that I admittedly have taken for granted. For example, I just came back from Portugal. I was there 10 days. I did not even think to look up if my accommodation had AC. It did not, and I was there during a record-breaking heat wave. I went to the reception at 1 o'clock in the morning. The receptionist was passed out on the floor. He had passed out from lack of heat. And the hotel I was staying at, they were saying when I had checked in that they can't install elevators and they cannot install AC because it's in a historical part of Lisbon. And yeah, like understandably, it was scorching hot. Mind you, I live in a desert, so I know what hot is like. Just imagine it being hot and then you're not able to even get a reprieve. Like you would walk around, especially with it being Lisbon, you'd walk or hike around town and then want to come home or back to your accommodation and want to take a nap. You can't even comfortably take a nap because it's just hotter inside than it is outside. It was just stifling. So America, we have AC. That was one luxury that I'm just like, this is like something that I didn't even think was a luxury. And I know that sounds ignorant, but it's just like I didn't even think to look up if a hotel did or did not have AC.
AC is a luxury. AC is a luxury everywhere. Only the wealthy and privileged get AC. And the people that are living in these third world countries, they know nothing about AC. Only the wealthy, the top 1%, they may have an understanding of AC. And even then, they have those units that they either have to, build into the windows or, those little small AC units, if you know, you know. And even then, it doesn't pump that hard. And it'll cost you an arm and a leg, as well to pump it because electricity is so daggone expensive in these places. That's why they don't put AC in it because the cost of electricity is high. I'm telling you, people do not understand the things that we have that just everybody has for the most part. If you live, in public housing, you got AC at your house. At minimum, a couple window units. We don't understand how good we have it, man. As someone that has been to a multitude of countries throughout Europe, I've been to some places out in Asia. I've been to some places, here outside of America, Canada and Mexico, and I've been down into the Caribbean. We have it very, very good here. I'm telling you, we take for granted the things that are just normal for us are huge for other people. That's why when people were coming over here, they were like, yo, y'all got everything. Y'all have access to everything, all types of food options. There's the cost of living. As much as people want to complain about our cost of living, it's nothing in comparison to some places around the world, in comparison to the money that they make. See, we'll travel somewhere else. We'll say, oh man, this is $800 or $900 a month for this apartment. What you don't understand is that the average person that lives in that area can't afford what you can afford over there for a month. The average person in some of these places are making $350 to $400 a month. Yet we have people in our country complaining, about what would be considered minimum wage. And in most cases, slightly above minimum wage. You got people out here thinking that they deserve $30 and $40 an hour to push a button to brew you some coffee. We have too many entitled people in our country.
Having to pay extra for ice, and this is going to sound super small, but I don't like using air dryers. I've always used paper towels when I wash my hands. I hate air dryers, and recently I learned that they're very unhygienic and they spread germs. Either way it goes, no paper towels all throughout Portugal in the bathrooms, always an air dryer. And for some reason, some spots did not even have toilet seats, so you had to over the toilet. So on top of hiking from place to place, you have to do squats when you go to the public restrooms. It's just like, oh my goodness. Like there are some things where just like I can't even imagine living in another country. And I've always envisioned myself, I'm like, I can't wait to leave America. I can't wait to get out of Dodge. I can't wait to live far away from this country. And it's just like small things, and those are just things off the top of my head where I'm just like, I can't wait to get back home to like my everyday things. There are just some things I don't think I could compromise on. Okay, it's later in the day. I forgot to add, when I was in Spain, I had never in my life had a man put his hands on me in any country or any place I've ever been. And while I was in Spain, one of the most popular clubs that has like multi-levels, and I was dancing out of nowhere. This man yanked my hair back so hard, my neck yanked back, and when I turned around, him and his friends burst out laughing. So I'm gonna assume that was racially motivated. I can't speak to it, but I'm gonna assume so.
They probably thought you had a wig on, so they want to see if they could snatch it off your head. People don't understand that in Europe, you think racism is a thing here in America, which it isn't. Most people in America, if you're melanated, or whatever, you're not walking around dealing with what she just described, and you're definitely not dealing with actual racism in your face on a day-to-day basis. But take your butt to Spain, take your butt to Italy, take your butt to some of these places, where they're not normally, accustomed to seeing people that look like you. and see the looks and the jeers that you get. See, y'all over here complaining about something that you didn't actually experience, and they've hyped you up to think that our nation is just some, racist hotbed, which it isn't. But you go over there, you go over to places over in Europe, there are some places, not all, but there are some places that you go, and it'd be some problems. And you're not going to get the justice that you should get either, if you were to call the police or something along those lines.
So Spain, at least Barcelona, I don't want to write off all of Spain, but Barcelona was just not for me. It's very touristy and a lot of AI use when it comes to the menus, but that's neither here nor there. And then when I was in Ireland, I liked Ireland, but it just, a lot of the places just smell like hot piss in Dublin, and even the smaller cities that I went to, it just like the smell, like there are just certain things where I'm just like, I can't wait to get back home. And I never thought in a million years, maybe I'm not well traveled enough, I've only been to 8 countries, but
here it is. This is a young lady, she looks like she's under 30, that can flex and say that she's traveled to 8 countries. If you move to one of these other places, you wouldn't earn enough money to be able to do those things. Now, granted, fact, if you're in Europe, you can catch the train, so you can pretty much, kind of move around, Europe pretty easily. They don't have a lot of disposable income. And if you go over there and act like you're going to work and things of that nature, you're going to pay 60 to 65%, upwards of 70% of your bread, meaning that you're going to work 8-9 months out the year for the government. Pretty much what it is, which is the foolishness that a lot of these people want to bring over here. But I'm glad that this lady had she had a wake up call. I got to say it, this is the greatest country in the world. Is it perfect? No. Is it without flaw? No. But who is and where is? This is the last bastion of hope. This is the last bastion of freedom, true, real freedom in the world. And if these idiots get in power and get their way and they destroy it, there's nowhere to go. There's nowhere to run. So I need more people to jump out there and travel a little bit, so you can have a greater appreciation for how good you have it right here in the United States of America. Because Lord knows we are a blessed people. Everybody talks about the 1%. Oh, the 1%, the 1%. We are the 1% in the world. If you are an American, if you can have the ability to hold a blue passport, or if you have a blue passport, you are the 1%. You are some of the wealthiest people, not just in the world, but you are the wealthiest people to ever exist on this planet. And it's not even close. You're living better than monarchs from 100 years ago. You're living better. Seriously. You have AC and running water, which is way more than what a lot of people had 100, 200, 1,000 years ago. We have access to everything. We have options like it's nobody's business. But yet we have people in our country who hadn't done anything and hadn't gone anywhere, and they got the nerve to say that this country is trash. No different than this young lady here who said that she was the least patriotic person that you would know. I hope that tune changes. I want to hear from you guys in the comment section. Hit the like button, share the video, subscribe to the channel, turn the notifications on to all so you never miss an upload. Consider joining the ARP family or buy your brother a coffee. That link's in the description box below. The Cash App works as well. Join us Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for ARP in the morning. I appreciate the love. I appreciate the support. By the way, go to the ARP merch store, 25% off everything at the store until July 31st. So you got a couple more days to get you one of those Minister Danzel, that stupid on steroids t-shirts, or one of those Pray Don't Worry hoodies. You got a little bit longer. It's almost hoodie season. I appreciate you guys, man. Keep God first. Stay prayed up. We'll catch up with you guys next time. Peace.
It is God who arms me with strength. Yeah, I'm battle ready. He trains my hands for battle. My heart stays steady. But thanks be to God, he gives us the victory. Through my Lord Jesus Christ, it can't live in me. I was down to the dirt, red clay on my shoes, old pain in my shirt, oh so bruised. In the Lord hit my chest, kicked air from my breath, put power in my step.